Flosstube. I'm Bonnie Claire, and this is my channel all about my hobbies, mostly cross stitch. I did just film a really short video about crochet though. I've been wanting to do that for a very long time, and I finally did it. So if you want to see what I crochet, you can go watch that video. I'm wearing the same shirt because I filmed it right before this one. This one's going to be cross stitch though. I have a lot to catch you up on because I haven't filmed since December. In that time we moved, it's just been very busy. So buckle up, there's gonna be a lot. Since we did move and I had everything out and I've been going around hanging up decor and stuff, I just grabbed a bunch of my past finishes that I know I haven't shown recently. Probably since I restarted my channel, you probably haven't seen a lot of these if you're new. So we're gonna go through and look at a lot of those and recent finishes, and then my plans for May. I am doing Stitch Mania. We'll see what it ends up looking like. I am not very strict with myself with hobbies. So did I introduce myself? I'm Bonnie Claire, and my channel's Stitch Lit, and I love books and I love stitching. That's the name. And I don't know, should I introduce myself? It's been so long. I'm a mom to 4 boys and mostly am home with them, but I do work very part-time in elderly care, and I'm hoping to do more in that world, but it'll be a while before more happens. So I'll tell you about that in a future day. But I like what I do, and I like my balance of work and home life right now. It's good. But anyway, let's talk about cross stitching. I will just kind of go in the order that I have everything stacked in. So it's going to be a little random. I just pulled things from all around the house. So here are my past finishes. This is Plant Seeds of Joy. This is a series by Hands On Design. I think it's called the Chockful series. And this is like one of my fancier finishes. I got this mini clipboard at a thrift store, and then I put this fabric on a board, and I put this on a board. I stuck them together. Okay, I'm not going to explain all my finishing, but I'm proud of it. I think it's really cute. And did I say it's hands-on design? It's hands-on design. Plant Seeds of Joy. I am not doing all of them. They're a monthly series, and I've done 2. And I think I have like 2 more that I want to do, but I don't really want to do all of them. So there you go. I probably shouldn't talk that long about each one. I have a small window where I get to actually film. This is Owl Forest Embroidery. You probably saw it behind me in a lot of my past videos, but here's a good up close look at it. This is called Dinosaur Forest, I think. I love it. I used the Owl Forest threads for it, so that's where that kind of variegated look comes from. They're very, very, very variegated. And yeah, it was a kit, so it's on their fabric too. And I thrifted this frame and framed it myself. So there's that one. If you hear a loud crash, that just means stuff fell. We're trying to balance here. I'm still, as I go, you know, in a new place, I had some great lighting in my old house, so that was really nice for filming. I don't as much in this house, so I might be in different places as I try to figure out a good place to film. And yeah, hopefully I find my tripod. This is stacked up on stuff like the good old days because I still haven't found it. So, and I'm really close to being all done unpacking, so I don't know where it is. Anyway, this is an old finish too from Stone Street Stitchworks. I love this one. This is out all the time, sitting on our piano. It's a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. and I stitched on 56 count with colors from my Color and Cotton stash. But they're really close to what's charted, I think. And I remember something I changed. I put the initials MLK under the basket. So, love it. Okay. Oh, I can't remember the details about this except that I got it at Sassy Jack's Stitchery in Western North Carolina. I don't remember what town they're in now. They moved not too long ago. but it's a German company. It might be just from Valpo and Heilenbeck. They make banding, probably lots of things. So this was a kit. I have it kind of as a, they're like buddies with this one. So the fabric's polka dotted in that one, and this is a striped fabric. I love them. They're just quirky and so cute. Look, I named her Bettina. This one is a Charlie Harper pattern, Ladybug. I love Charlie Harper. I'm hoping, Amity, we need to talk. We have the same birthday, so we might try to like stitch a Charlie Harper. That was our loose plan for her birthdays. She's a busy woman though. All these cute designs. So here's my Ladybug. That one just hangs up all the time. This is Cats in the Rain by Madame Chantilly, I think. And this one I absolutely love. I remember stalling out on it for a long time, and I was like, why haven't I finished it? And now I'm so glad it is, because it's in our dining room. I see it every day, and it makes me so happy. I think I changed her hair color to match mine. It's pretty good. So this was something I designed. It's a cookie. I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry, and I'm partly eating cookie. And then I tried to be all fancy and do like a quilted thing. I'm a very amateur sewer, so, you know, we do what we can. But this hangs in my kitchen because we all get a little grouchy when we get hungry. And I will say I have my shop on a break right now. I'm hoping to kind of revamp some things, and then I'll open it up again. So if, I think I'm only showing 2 things that I designed, but if you're interested, just message me. You can find me on Instagram at StitchedLit, or you can comment on this video too. Okay, this actually wasn't even on display in my last house. Well, we got a big time reflection here, so why is some super reflecty? Probably because this is plastic. Well, I'll do my best to show you. This is Prairie Moon. I think it was called Prairie Wind. I've since passed the chart on. I did a trade with someone, and it was hiding under a watercolor picture that I also love, but is very much a seasonal picture, so I forgot about it. I mean, I knew I stitched it, I just didn't know where it was. So when I was unpacking, I found it. When I made it, I lived in a farmhouse style house, and it really fit, and now I feel like it doesn't really fit, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. This is Engraver's Chart from Hello from Liz Matthews. I will say, like, the process of stitching it got a little old, but the finished product is one of my favorite things I've ever done. Okay, it doesn't want to cooperate with me right now, so I'll just hold it. Whoop, it's this. I love it. I love it so much. And it hangs on my wall in my room with this cool vintage desk that I have. So it's like my old-fashioned corner. I'm trying to lean back so you can see the whole thing. But there, if you want to see it, it's huge. I think I did it on 40 count. So if you want to see a picture, go look on my Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, maybe I'll insert one since I have to edit anyway. This is another one of my past designs. It's a tent. I was just having fun with shapes and color. So I have it hanging in my kids' room. I think I called it Let's Go Camping. And it was fun. Okay, we'll stick with the kids' room for now. I did this recently, so this was a recent finish from a book that I forgot to grab called, oh, I might have it actually, I'll show you later, but storybooks and cross stitch or something. It's a vintage book. I do like to thrift and find vintage things a lot. That's fun for me. It's like treasure hunting. So I just love this so much. And with Winnie the Pooh, I definitely like the older art and stuff, not really the Disney-fied version. So this is the classic. My littlest children's room is Winnie the Pooh stuff, vintage Winnie the Pooh that I found in around town. So there's some really cute rugs and wall hanging and stuff, some artwork, and then my own. Okay, this one, I think in my last video I showed you the winter one called First Snow. It's also very reflecty. You can see what I'm about to show you. This is called Time of Flowers. This is by Alicia Paulson. You can see it's a beautiful day outside. And I was stitching these with Christina from Petals and Pins / Quilting with Nico. She has a fabric project bag making shop on Etsy. My brain's a little bit like kind of figuring out how to function still today, so lots of things are escaping me, but she has an Etsy store, so you should go check it out. Most of my project bags are from her. But I will say I am currently almost done with the summer one. So I finished winter, spring. She's finished all of them. I'm almost done with summer. I've barely started fall. But I plan to finish them all because the way I have them on my wall, there's like 2 empty spots where we need summer and autumn. So, and it's also by this because this is a season saying. This is Little House Needleworks. This was, oh, I showed this last time. Yeah, it was like my first or second thing on linen. So here, look at it again. It's very cute. For everything, there's a season. So I have this, and then I have boom, 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 boom. This is the plan with my ones I just showed you from Alicia Paulson. Almost done with my huge stack. So this is in my kids' room. I think I showed you recently my companion finish. I can't remember if I showed this. I don't think I did. So how wonderful life is now that you are in the world. I added a rainbow because this was for my rainbow baby who is all grown up. And so then I did one, I think it's called I Love You to the Moon and Back. So these are heart and hand. And I need to frame the other one. Okay, so that's it for most of my past finishes, I think. For recent finishes, current whips, I have a duffel bag of stuff to show you. Oh, here's another quick past finish. These are little embroidery animals, so it comes with the fabric and has a pattern on it that you embroider over. It's Kuriki Press. There's so many of these now. I have a handful. I've only ever finished one, but I want to make a bunch. They're like the embroidery animal crackers that everybody loves. They're so cute. So don't be surprised if you see more of these in the future. Speaking of, did I mention? No, I didn't mention. I filmed this. I filmed an intro once. I get so annoyed with how scatterbrained I am, but we gotta go with it because this is me. four children, mom, sleep deprived, me. Can't talk. So in my last one, I was like, I started stitching when I was 10 or 11. I don't think I said that in this one, but I did. And this was a project that I started around that time. So I had done lots of little things, and by lots I mean like 3. And then I started this, and I finally finished it. This is Precious Moments. Okay, I'm just gonna, here's the whole thing. It's gigantic. It's Noah's Ark, Precious Moments. and then I'll show you up close. I think this is a 14 count Ada. I don't even know how to show this thing. It's on my Instagram. I did a video kind of showing it up close. All the little animals. I can't see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see. And then down here we've got some fish. And I initialed it because so help me. So, yes, started this probably in 1999, 2000-ish, maybe 2001. I don't know. And I think my mom or sister had actually started it. And so just the angels were done and I did the rest. And I had more than half of it done and I just wasn't into it. I mean, this isn't exactly my style, though it's really cute. I do love the little animals and people, but I'm not exactly decorating my house with precious moments decor. So it just sat there and I'm like, that is so big. I don't see it hanging on my walls. What's the point? But the point is that I wanted to see this thing that I started when I was so young. Like, I have kids that age now. I wanted to see it through. There's so much tied into this, memories of where I was when I was stitching it. And I mean, since I did it, I lived in 5 different places, like states or countries. So it's been around the world. This past summer, we did a road trip. It's fraying so bad. I need to really finish it, but we did a road trip across the whole United States last summer. So we went North Carolina to California and back. And so I stitched this in the car. That's how I really finished it. It was the only thing I brought on the trip. So it was the only thing I stitched and I got hours and hours and hours done that way. So those memories are tied up in it too. So it started when I was my oldest son's age and finished when I was on this road trip with my children. Oh, that's so sweet. So I was talking to my mom and my aunt, who is an amazing crafter, but quilter. She can sew like crazy. And I think I'm going to turn it into a wall hanging. Kind of like this, I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry thing. Some kind of wall hanging. I don't really want to frame it. So I think I'm going to find some cute fabric and figure it out. I might bring it. So on the weekend, I have a local cross stitch retreat that we have twice a year. I think I'm going to bring it because there are people who can sew there. And I might just consult with them to see what we can do. So if you guys see this before then, Laurel, I know you can. I am a stitch nerd. You should go watch her videos. I might have questions. So anyway, I'm really proud of that just because it's been more than 20 years since it was started. And it got a good old bath when it was done and none of the colors bled, but it needed to be washed. Okay, so that was one of my big goals this year, was to finish that. And I finished it in January. It needed to be done. Okay, so here's some other finishes since my last video. This is Twilight Choir by Samantha Purdy Needlecraft. And I have a stitch along that's kind of just ongoing for stitching Samantha Purdy Needlecraft patterns. I think it's called the Samantha Purdy Sal. I should know because I started it. So you'll see throughout the year I'll have a lot of whips because I just noticed I had a lot of her stuff in my collection and I love her designs, and so I wanted to work through them. So I thought, let's start a Sal and let's spread the love for Samantha Purdy Needlecraft because her designs are amazing. That reminds me, I'll put in a picture. I did one that was a gift for my sister, so I'll put that in. And then I also did another gift for another sister. It's a portrait of her family, so if she approves, I'll put it in the video. Okay, this is somewhat in order of when I finish them. This is Pretty Little LA by Satsuma Street. I want to stitch all the cities, but the way I decided to tackle them was in order of places that I've been with my husband. So just a few months after we got married, we went to California for a fun little trip and went to Disneyland and stuff, which is really fun to do when you don't have children, actually. I've only done it like twice with children. So I was planning on doing this one next, and then the crazy fires were going on, and I was like, I'm just gonna pull that out now and work on it. So I pretty much stitched this through that whole news cycle of seeing what was going on in LA, which was so devastating. Okay, then I think this was next. Maybe it was before. This is a really old fabric, nice and see-through. Samantha Party Needlecraft Matching Coats, it's called. Isn't this so cute? I'm not even showing it very well. I don't love this fabric, but you know, try to use up everything. Okay, another Charlie Harper. I started this a long time ago, and it has stitched snow, and I was like, nope. So I got the polka dot fabric, and I finally finished it. I love it. I love Charlie Harper so much. I actually just finished this one. This is Pretty Little Sydney from Satsuma Street. This is a gift from my mother-in-law. She always wanted to go to Australia, and her son, not my husband, but my brother-in-law, treated her to a trip to Australia and New Zealand, and they had the time of their lives. And so I thought for her birthday, I would make this for her, and they're actually coming here soon, so I wanted to finish it before they came so I could give it to her then. But she cross stitches, not as much anymore, but she used to, and has a little family sampler on the wall. So I've always wanted to make her something, but it's hard to sometimes tell what someone's style is, and I don't know if this is her style, but it is a reminder of their trip, so I think she'll like it. I hope so. She'll act like she does anyway, because she's polite. This is ongoing, so this will be a whip for the whole year, and I have it on a huge fabric. I haven't cut it yet, because I'm one of those who's like afraid to, I don't trust my measurements, because I know how I am with math. So it's cut on the side, but not on the bottom. And the bottom's like this. Okay, this is the Temperature Stitch Along. It's by Satsuma Street, but as far as I know, currently the only way to get it is through the Black Needle Society. It was in their vault. I don't know if it still is available, but I forgot to grab the chart. But like most temperature styles, there's a pattern, and then you just figure out for that day what the weather was, what the high was. And what I've done, we actually had some snow this winter, so you'll see these little white spots. Those are days that had snow. And I need to finish April. This is probably up to the beginning of April, so I've got a lot to catch up on. But I usually do it twice a month. Roughly around the middle of the month, I'll usually try to stitch those 2 weeks, and then the end of the month, the last 2 weeks, but I didn't for April. But it's usually just one evening to catch up for 2 weeks, so that's been working well for me, and I think doing it that way, I'll actually stick with it, because I have started temperature styles in the past. Here's one example, and I just don't stick with them, so probably because it's Satsuma Street, who I love, and I've just found this system that works. Oh, and I will say, I converted the colors to Cosmo floss because I wanted to. I don't really know why else. This is a whip. This is, what is this even called? Noelle Carbonneau, 1847. I probably butchered that. But it's by Reflet de Soie. And I love this. I just think it's so beautiful. And I think it came out a while ago because I saw, yeah, the copyright's 2021. But I first saw it around market this year. So I was thinking it was a market release, and that's when I got it. But whatever, whenever it came out, I'm doing it now. It's almost time to get back to this one, and I'm so excited. It goes this way. So here's my start. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gorgeous. I love it. There's my needle. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited to finish this one, even though I'm only about a quarter of the way through. But that's okay. It goes relatively quickly. I just had to stop and do other stuff. But here's the story. I don't really have Auvert soie. Is that the one it is? Soie d'Alger. I don't have a lot of soie d'Alger silk in my collection, and it would be quite expensive to buy all of that for this project. So that was just not the plan ever. And so I pulled the DMC, and they didn't look like the cover to me. And I don't know how it's charted, like maybe it looks like the original, but I'm attracted to the picture. And like there was a purple in there that's way too purple, and this really looked kind of weird with the DMC. And so I don't know if that's what the Soie d'Alger would have looked like or not. But I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy the Soie d'Alger. I don't like the DMC. So I have a good collection of NPI silk, needlepoint incorporated silk, and I love it. And so I just pulled colors and tried to match the cover. So I've created my own color conversion, and I'm really, really happy with it. So it did take, I think I started this 3 times, and the 3rd time was hopefully the charm. I think it was the 3rd time. So as I stitch it along, if you like the way mine looks, I'm happy to share my color conversion with you. I'm going to wait until I'm done with the whole thing to share any of it, just in case I make changes as I go along. So usually I'll just post things on Instagram, so maybe when I'm done, you can look there too for the colors I used, if you're interested. So this one was one, like, I don't know, news has been a little stressful. That's an understatement. And so I was trying to distract myself with something, and I was thinking about other times in history when things have been extremely divided, and here we are, Mr. Abraham Lincoln. I have been reading about the Civil War. I watched the Civil War documentary by Ken Burns. I actually haven't finished it. I need to finish it while stitching this. And I recently read the book, The Demon of Unrest. It just came out. By Eric Larson, who's one of my favorite nonfiction authors ever. He's such good stuff. And so it was just about the whole build up to the attack on Fort Sumter. And just he goes into really great detail on a very small thing. Like he really hones in on a specific part of history. So I felt like I learned a lot about that. It was kind of, I thought it was a good distraction, but it also kind of made me really sad. And then after that, I read The Diary of Anne Frank, and that made me sadder. And so now I asked my dad for an uplifting book, and he was reading David Copperfield, and he recommended that or Oliver Twist, which I have. And so I was like, okay, I'll read Oliver Twist, which the first part is really sad. So I was like, Dad, you did not get the assignment, but I'm enjoying it now. So anyway, that whole spiel. Next I did this. I love this one. This is from Night Spirit Studio on Etsy, and it is still there. So they have it charted where it could say he, she, or they. So use my scissors to cut paper. Dun dun dun, that's his warning. And that one I started a million years ago, probably like 2019. It's such a quick stitch, and I was like, this is pathetic. I could finish this in a day or two, so I finally did. This is going to be a quick tangent. We went to Jamestown and Yorktown for spring break, and when I was there, it was the day before we were leaving, and I was looking up to see, oh, how close are we to Dying to Stitch? Not very close. It's like an hour, because that's on my bucket list of stores I want to go to. And then come to find out, there's a store, Liberty Hill Needleworks. Where's their little sticker? Liberty Hill. They're working on having stuff online. But I was like, okay, Eric, before we hit the road tomorrow, can we go to the store? So I went and just got a couple things. And some of them are in my Mania plans, so you won't see them all. But I'll show you what I got. Since I don't I don't save everything I've bought since I last filmed because that was so long ago. You can have a little bit of my purchases. So this is Hannah Grube, no, Fiona Grube, 1849. It's a Mennonite reproduction sampler from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's safe to say I'm a little bit obsessed with samplers right now. Not typical samplers. Like, you'll notice when I show you some, they're not going to be heavy on text. I don't mind, like, an alphabet and stuff as much, but I love the ones with motifs everywhere. Those are so interesting to me. Those are what I like. So, that's what this is. And I got this one. Little Robin Designs. This is Market, I think. This is new. I also really like pink, so if I see hot pink in a sampler, I'm like, yes. Thank you very much. Hopefully it actually looks hot pink. Otherwise I'll change it. That's what I do. And then I got some fabric, which I never show fabric on here, like when I buy it, because I put it in my stash immediately. This one's a needle bling 46 count heirloom. My lighting is not great. I was kind of spoiled in our last house with lighting. I have, you want to know something crazy about the last house while I show you my fabric? This is old top hat, seams in the needle. Okay, well, there were a few reasons we didn't love where we lived. We were renting that place, and there were things we didn't like. I'm not going to go into it yet. But we had a really nice neighbor who became like family to us. And luckily we didn't move far, so we're still in touch. And then this was a 56 count. I forget what it's called. Anyway, we were moving out. And my neighbor goes, when you leave, I need to tell you something about that house. And I was like, why can't you tell me now? He's like, I don't want to freak you out, so I'll tell you when you leave. So I'm like, ugh, he thinks it's haunted. And so it's the day we were leaving. I was like, tell me about this house. And he laid out the whole history. Everybody who lived there had terrible things happen to them, be it death, bankruptcy. He just like laid out this whole thing. And then he said the landlord who lived there right before we did had paranormal activity going on in the house and didn't really explain what, like visions, he said. Which I don't know what that means, honestly. And just weird stuff happening. And I wish I got the details. But I'm not exactly close with the landlord. I tried asking her anyway. So he was like, yeah, they even had a priest come in and bless the house. So like it was serious enough. But all that to be said, like we didn't have a bad feeling in that house ever. One of my kids was scared in his room, which, who knows? I thought it was just kind of childhood stuff because all my kids have gone through stages of being scared at night. So yeah, but I will say the second creepiest dream I've ever had in my life was in that house. So who knows? But there are 100,000 reasons why I'm glad we're out of there. And that just adds one more. Here's a finish. It's a train. Choo-choo. These are from the Bee in My Bonnet set. This is my Village of Hawkhorn Hollow, which on my goals for the year, this was going to be my focus project, but things have changed. So I don't remember if I showed you that was finished, but I did barely start the next one. So there you go. This one has nothing in it. This is a portfolio I got, and I'll have to link the Etsy name below. This is a North Carolina seller, and I'm just totally drawing a blank. But they're these portfolios. So this one, I want to put my Ruth Lady swap piece in. And she was really great to work with. I talked with her extensively, and she just got me some beautiful things. So I'll link her shop below. It's definitely worth checking out. She had some really pretty red ones too. So I got this one and this one. And I'm using this one for my current whip. So they're kind of slightly different. So this is the Summer Storm. Sorry I'm on a super creaky chair. It's driving me nuts, but hopefully it doesn't drive you nuts. This is the Alicia Paulson Summer Storm in that series. So I had done all the way up to here. Back in 2019, 2020. When did we do this stitch along? 2021, whatever it was too long ago. And so, I mean, this was just, yeah, a few days away from being done. Hopefully today I'll be done. Because I only have a few more flowers and a bunny on the bottom there. And then I'll be done. So this is on 32 count Nessie by Picture This Plus. I got a weed whacker and I was using it for the first time yesterday and my arms hurt and they were like shaking last night after doing it, so I could barely stitch. So I was like, well, guess I'm not finishing this tonight. So I'm gonna build up some muscles from all my yard work. My other whip that I really loved, this is also a Reflet de Soie. So I kind of went down a Reflet de Soie hole, a rabbit hole, if you will, because I saw this on Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole with Heidi. And it's from the magazine. You can probably get it on its own now, but the magazine was The Gift of Stitching, and it's in issue like September 2010, I think. Anyway, it's gorgeous. This is 40 count, I think, and let me see this right here. Little Bunny by Extra Designs, 40 count. And then I have a Silks For You red silk, and it is charted for 2 different colors, but I'm just doing it in one. So I'll have to put in a picture. This is a Barbara Anna Designs pattern. And this is my dress. It's just it's a denim style, but it's not denim. It's like a chambray. And the picture that I put in is going on the back of the dress. I'm keeping it in the hoop. I know you're not supposed to, but I am until this thing is done. And then I also have, so I got 2 of these. I've had these and wanted to make me like them a little more. So I'm doing the other colorway on this one. I'm gonna show my May plans. So it's Stitch Mania. I always get really excited for Stitch Mania. And I, in the past, have started a new thing every day. I don't know if I'm gonna do that this time, but I wanted to give myself the option to do that if I wanted to. So what I'm going to show you, I pulled a little more than 31 charts, probably not too much more, to just be, this is what I'm going to pick from in May. So if I feel like starting something, I pull it from this bag. If I get totally absorbed with it and stick with it for a few days, then okay, so I don't start something every day, and that's fine. But I thought I'd show you the options I gave myself. So we'll go through this as quickly as I can. First is not cross stitch. It's one of these. I wanted to do another one of these embroidery kits. So I have probably 5 or so. And I love the alligator. So that's one. And I'm just gonna put things on the floor. So, okay, there's that. This one I think a lot of people have shown. So the Summer Trio from Brenda Gervais. I got this with the market. Same with this one. So the ones I love, on summer, I love the bird. On spring, I love the flower, the tulip. So those would be the ones I start. This one I got kind of to pay tribute to our road trip last summer, because sometimes we camped. It was ambitious. If it was too hot, because my baby was little, he was under 1, we tried to kind of be flexible, and we would have maybe a campsite booked or an Airbnb, and you could cancel within a certain window of time and get a full refund. So we just had options. So we did camp sometimes, and sometimes we didn't. Like when we were in St. Louis, I think it was 100 degrees plus humidity. So, stuff like that. We slept indoors. This, if I'm feeling Halloween-y, I think I have one Halloween chart. This is, I don't know if I'll do this one on the paper. Wanda's Wands from Mill Hill. This is a really cool Biscornu honeybee Biscornu from Teresa Kogut. I love the two different colors. And I really want to make a Biscornu. People assure me it's easy. These were from Market. I love this sampler on the back. So another thing, see, this sampler isn't really text heavy. It's flowers. Like, if there's a lot of flowers on the sampler, I am totally drawn in. I guess there isn't a picture of the stitch sampler in here. I was trying to look if there was. No, just the antique. So maybe I'll start that. I got this too. I think I like this one better, but I'm doing so many flower things right now that maybe I'll be like, no, bird. So we'll see. Needlework press. Mrs. Julia D. Brown Portfolio. And then I got this one. I like the sewing roll. Well, I like it all. But okay, Reflet des Soie. I love this. I also got one that's a PDF. That's a flower bouquet. I am really enjoying the colors too that are more muted. My life is very loud, so sometimes I need calm. Okay, and then these, I've kind of been into, spring. I like the ducks, this one. But I like them all, but this would probably be the one I do. Preschooler. Of course, Samantha Purdy. I love this. I'll probably do this sometime in May. And then this one I absolutely want to have on my wall in my bathroom by the bathtub, of course. It's called Women in Bathtubs, and it's like anything that's kind of dollhousey, I really love. I have kind of a collection of patterns like that. Because, yes, dollhouses. This one is, I don't know. I don't know if that's the designer. I don't know exactly. I don't know French. So there's plenty of time to look. And it's pretty. So but you go to this website and you can order directly from them. And I remember it shipping surprisingly quickly from wherever they're located. Probably France. So, okay, this is the book. The storybook in cross stitch that I did the Winnie the Pooh pattern from. And I really like, okay, they have Spot. That's not the one I want to stitch though. I want to stitch, they have Madeline, they have Peter Rabbit. Look how cute. It's a Peter Rabbit burst sampler. I've got my burst samplers planned out, but I'll probably stitch that anyway and figure out some other thing to put in the middle. They have Paddington. Where's the one I want to do though? You can still, I found this, I think you could find it on Thrift Books, World Books, Abe's Books, any of those kind of stores. Probably eBay, and it shouldn't be too expensive. I think it was maybe $5. So you should look if you're interested. I don't have my huge collection of children's books behind me, but in my old videos I did, and so you can tell I love children's books. Okay, so this is from the artist Stephen Cartwright. If you've ever had the like first 1,000 words in Spanish or German, he was the artist for those. And then also there was a series of stories. What are they called? Like farm tales? I'm trying to find the pattern. It's a Stephen Cartwright pattern. Where is it? Oh, here. Angelina Ballerina's in here. Okay. So what was it called? Apple Tree Farm. Those stories. And I thought this was adorable. And you find the duck on every picture. So I want to do this one. And hang it in here in the toy room. In the toy room. With the books and stuff. Yeah. So I do have a lot of children's book inspired things I want to do, and I'll hang them in here with the children's books. Okay, this one has just been one I love. I've wanted this to show forever and ever and ever. And I saw Caroline from Thread Gremlins like busted it out. So I want to do this one. I just love it. Again, the muted palette is just gorgeous. Okay, this one, the multiplication table in black. So the engraver's chart that I have hanging up, right now it's the only thing on that wall. And I really want to do a black sampler wall. That's something I want wherever I live. So my plan, oh, I hear a crying baby. Hold on. Okay, my plan is on that wall to do a black sampler wall with the engraver's chart. Sounds like they are home, so I'll go quick. So this is the house sampler. I've had this for a very long time. Cotton Pixels. Oh, it even has keys on it. I don't know. I don't remember where I got this. But I love all the different houses. I don't think I'd want to do them all in white, so I'd probably change it up. So, okay, then this one, so I saw Amy from Thread Gremlins was doing, is it called Siddewick? I think they debate this. Siddewick Green, Kittewick, Siddewick. And I thought I had it, but then I looked and I have this one, Rackstraw Hill, which I love. I love both, so I gotta do this one before I get the other one. And so maybe that'll be a start. Okay. I have most of this series done, but I don't have these ones done, so I need to start all of them. And then this one, I have a lot of smalls I kind of want to work through and just bust out some of my stash. Okay, I love this. I'm going to do it in my own colors though. So with scissors by any other name. And I would love to make a scissor roll out of it, but probably black silk or something. I don't know. Okay, this one I have started. Is there a picture? I might restart it because it's not that far. Mother's Tree. I have plans for this one. I'm not going to go into them because the person might watch. Probably not, but maybe. I hear my baby. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with that. There's my baby. He pushed the door open. So continuing on about a black sampler wall. These are some that I have that I consider. This is called the Sisters Sampler. Love it. This one's actually in blue, but I will do it in black. Scottish House Sampler. I've seen some beautiful dark blue. I think that is blue. I've seen beautiful dark blue samplers, but I'm pretty committed to wanting a black one. So I think I'm turning those into black for now. I keep thinking of the song Paint It Black. Rolling Stones, right? Why did that like go out of my mind? There's a cover by Vanessa Carlton that's really cool. This is Modern Folk Embroidery. I got the kit from Evertote. The Rose Bush Sampler, see? Flowers in muted colors. Obviously I'm into that right now. So when I say I'm into samplers, it's these kind of samplers that I'm really obsessed with at the moment. But I've been going through and watching Brenda and Laura from Brenda and the Serial Starter from the beginning again. I remember watching them like when they first started, and then as my stitching has stopped and started, I missed a good chunk in the middle. And so I was like, I'm going to go back and watch from the beginning. So I'm up till in the 30s or something. But I love watching them. And obviously, it's like contagious, their love for samplers. So it's gotten me all excited to do a sampler. This is another Modern Folk Embroidery. Let's see if I have the cover. Bye. Oh yeah. Oh, Bent. Song of the Nightingale, Modern Folk Embroidery. Hannah Campbell from Hands Across the Sea. I think Audrey Marine. I know her last name. From Stitch Stitch Bead did that one recently. What else? This one. I've been wanting like fancy swans, and I saw I had this. I don't know if I want to do it as a tree, but I love it. It's beautiful. Hello from Liz Matthews swan tree, and I have a gorgeous fabric for it, so that's an option. Cleaning this up is gonna be fun. And then this one is, I'm covering the name, a Dutch sampler from Kathy Barrick. So there's the bottom, there's the top, there's my thread. I love. I want to start that one. That's one where I'm like, why have I not started you? Quick one. These are butterflies from Satsuma Street. Her Springamajigs. That's the whole series. This was a recent acquisition. This is Emmeline Purnell. I saw Susan X Stitch. I think that's her name. She had her mother on and her mom stitching it, and it looked gorgeous. So I love it. Flowers, you know. My house is kind of girly because I'm the one who gets to decorate. And then this one, Jane Allen, it was on sale for like $5 or something at Shakespeare's Peddler Kitten Stitcher. I always say kitchen. So you can see if it's still there for that price, but it's gorgeous. I love this one right now. Okay, this is the last one. This one I've had plans to do. I don't want to do it on the green. This is a daily reminder. People have finished. It's all over right now. So I got that blackish top hat linen from Liberty Hill Needleworks to possibly do it on there. Or maybe this one. It's kind of a brownish color. I think it would look really cool. So I'm in the process of getting the threads for it, and then I will hold it up to the fabrics and make a choice. That's all. This has been long. Wow, filming for an hour. So enjoy. Haven't had them this long in a very long time. Don't know when I'll be back. So like I love to say, I will see you whenever.